And real quick, Sammy, anyone who thinks that shit was staged, let me tell you, no. Black people ain't doing that. No black man. No black man.
You ain't gonna stage me getting hit.
It's not Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville. We ain't doing that shit.
But y'all know what it is.
It's an event.
Y'all already know what the event is. If you got...
Oh, God.
Look,
it feels like the shit happened yesterday.
That's the worst part about it.
It was a week.
Fresh still, and it's still a week.
It was a week.
No, but here's the thing about it. I think the reason why, because people have said that across the way, that this feels like it's happened both yesterday and forever ago.
Right.
Yeah.
It's because it's Will Smith and Chris Rock. Those are both 90s, 2000s
An odd combo of
heroes. They're not modern heroes.
So this is... I told everyone this, and I don't know what well, I want to get y'all's reactions when you first saw it too. So I watch the Oscars every year. It's my thing. I've done it since I was a child. It's kind of my...
It's therapeutic.
It's my inspiration to like, okay,
get your stuff.
Keep writing, keep doing shit. So I watch it every year, and so Chris Rock gets on stage. I'm my tobacco's turn. It's background for me. And I look, I'm like, oh shit, Chris Rock. Let me see what this motherfucker's saying. All right, so I'm looking and says the joke about Jada. I'm like, I see Will Smith laugh. I'm like, look away. I hear like, oh, just from the kind of the crowd, like, confusion, a general like, oh, you know when the crowd kind of does that kind of audible.
Yeah, the audible.
What's going
awkward.
on? Yeah,
Right.
And I look, I see Will Smith get on stage. I'm like, oh, is this a
skit?
Skit? Yeah, I'm like, they've been doing really terrible skits tonight, so could be.
The Stacey Dash one?
Oh, no. Or the Amy Schumer Spider-Man one? Yeah, it's terrible.
Right, oh no.
But yeah, no.
Don't look up. Don't look in the barrel of Alec Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
See, for
It's
me.
terrible. But yeah, no, so I'm thinking, all right, bad skit, but it happened, like full contact, and I'm like, oh, that was real like a motherfucker. And Will Smith walks off. And I'm like, maybe it still was a skit. Maybe it just went too far. They practiced fuck out of it.
Wait.
And then...
The fact that he walked off like the character from Wild Wild West. Like he
fly in the motherfucker.
Yeah, he had
he did some
in
shit.
his mouth
with
like...
with the jacket. I'm Will Smith. Motherfucker, you must be crazy.
Wild Wild West.
With that. And I'm like, all right. But then the most awkward part happened. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm like, oh no.
He said it more than once.
He said it again.
Then said it again.
And Chris was like, all right.
Fully quiet arena, auditorium. Totally, I've never seen a pin drop. When people say that shit, they don't mean it.
Right.
This one, literally.
Right.
You could hear a fucking pin drop. He says it again. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Well, everyone can hear it, including the world. And so... I'm like, I turned it off immediately. I just turned the TV off. I'm like, fuck, I got to process that. Maybe it won't be that bad. Maybe, a couple days.
It'll be nothing. Nyong'o in the back just...
Beautiful.
Hey,
no.
Yeah,
Look at her face.
Oh, I love it so much, and I feel so bad Will Smith put her in that position. Yeah, it's like, I was really hoping, hey, UFOs exist, and people didn't give a fuck about that. Maybe this will blow over. It didn't. It just was like... Oh, this gets worse by the minute. Like everything after T-shirts, man. We got T-shirts now.
Mugs. You want a mug? Oh,
no,
two different versions of the
Earth.
meme. One of them kind of racist than the other one.
I think mine was a bit different than your experience.
Yeah, what was
maybe
yours?
mine's similar to Jordan, to where I wasn't watching the Oscars. Actually, I had been these last few weekends have been incredibly busy. So I just been doing my own thing, like very much not even online, like just out there hustling. I checked my phone the next day.
Oh, no.
So I'm here at the aftermath. I don't know anything. I know I read something like Chris Rock, and I said, okay, no, he's a good dude. Check that out later. I open up my phone. I'm going through the news, and actually, normally, I have this app called Morning Brew.
Oh yeah.
Or this newsletter called Morning Brew. So I get everything I need. Usually it's Russia. And I'm like, okay, what's sad in the world today? Where are my stocks looking like? Oh, Will Smith and Chris Rock, that must have been a funny skit. Let me watch this. And then I took the opportunity to watch the clip. And it was like, and I had that same reaction of like, oh, he's doing the walk up. He's doing everything.
Very Will Smith-like.
And then you hear that contact. And I was like, and it went I went from professional.
No pun intended,
like,
it rocked him.
Oh no, I saw that. Like I noticed those slight movements in that moment because I was like, Chris Rock was about to rock. Like Chris Rock was ready.
There's a still with his hand cocked.
Like his hand was cocked. But also, I knew immediately that wasn't a skit.
We all did.
Because I was like, ooh, my soul.
I knew.
That is a
I was
that is
hoping.
a walk.
I was hoping, but I knew
That
it
is
wasn't.
A walk.
I was hoping, and it was not.
No, it was.
My gut was right.
He said my soul.
I don't do well with awkwardness.
Me either. I'm terrible about it.
But I had to look at that one a couple of times just to examine and understand what led to this. Process it. Genuinely process it. Because the thing is, I think what makes it such a experience is that it's Will Smith.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to dive into it a bit more. But Jordan, what about you? Where were you at? Yeah, where were you at?
The slap heard around the world.
Yeah, it was.
To be honest with you, I stopped watching the Oscars because after a certain point, it just became like a checklist in some ways.
Oh, absolutely.
Nominated black person, check. Nominated
They'll
Asian
win
person,
every other year.
every year. So I don't know when it was actually genuine for someone to win an award, like Mahershala Ali, right? I didn't think he should win for Moonlight. That's my opinion, but whatever the case may be.
La La Land got robbed.
No. I love Moonlight.
That's another show.
I'll say it on the Blaxcellence. I'll say it right now. La La Land got robbed.
It did in my opinion. And I like Moonlight. It was a Moonlight, right?
Moonlight, yeah.
I like Moonlight, but
I did.
Yeah, I thought La La Land was just way better at that point. But I saw the clip and someone was like, yo, did you see Will Smith slap this nigga? I was like, who? So I saw the clip, and I saw the clip a couple of times. I thought it was actually a skit. But then I watched it again like TJ did, and I just thought to myself, oh no, he slapped this dude for real.
It was a genuine.
It was a
real
genuine slap. But then I'm not surprised because I remember Will Smith slapping this press guy for, I think, trying to kiss him in the
about
face.
that.
Yes.
And he
No, I
slapped
think
him
he squirt water in his face, right?
No, it was a slap.
He tried to kiss the guy.
Oh, that's right.
And he slapped the dude. He was like, hey, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
He backhanded
He
him.
did.
So I was like, y'all keep forgetting that Will is from Philly. He
Fresh Prince wasn't all alive.
Bel Air is the real story.
He might have convinced his cousin to take a gun from him because his cousin was going to go shooting people to avenge him, but that was a real story.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy.
If you read,
Remember that episode though?
I did.
Carlton, give me the gun.
It's not the slap that bothered me. It's the conversations that happen after the slap that annoyed me. And I don't know if I'm using this word correctly, but the dichotomy of conversations that happen after that slap, I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, he tried to kiss a dude. He's like, man, what's wrong with you, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
Backhanded him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's from Philly, but it's the conversations that happen after the slap that annoyed me to the max.
To backdoor off of that, someone described it as a Rorschach test for society right now. And it is, because no one has the same opinion. No one's upset about the same things. It's all over the goddamn
But you know what we
place.
can agree on? That Judd Apatow's a fucking moron. Did you see his?
Idiot. His movie sucks too.
Well, no, but his take was that was assault. He could have murdered him.
That kind of shit.
Like, what?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, do you think black people are that scary? That's my first thought I had.
But can I
It's the first thought I had also.
Right.
But can I just make this comment here, which is equally frustrating as a black man, is that why is that one black man makes a mistake and it's blamed on every black man, not just one black man.
Now, see, you know.
I know. I'm just saying it's just frustrating that one black man makes a problem, then you want to blame it on all black men. Black men, we gotta stop this violence. It's like we didn't do nothing. It was this dude.
Let me break in real quick from the chat.
Oh yeah.
Rakeen. Well, first of all, Rakeen gifted a tier 1 sub, which is
Oh,
great.
appreciate that.
Tishba got it, so welcome,
Okay.
Tishba. I never seen that name before. Welcome. But secondly, Rakeen23 says, "Do you think this is a toxic masculinity issue specifically?"
Time out. Here's where I'll take.
Look,
snatch.
No, it is. But let me gear it towards you in this way. What are you upset about with this whole thing? We'll get everyone's opinion on that, including you, because I would like to see.
I get to talk.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Equality. For me, I think I'm right along the lines with Jordan. But I'm also, in terms of the dialogue that I got afterwards, was very much aligned with, hey, wow, there's a lot of conversations that are happening, and I know that the most prominent voices actually aren't even coming from African Americans.
Thank you.
Not at
A
all.
lot of the stories that I'm hearing, like, oh, hey, this is a person's opinion on it. This is a person's opinion on it. And what I
Very-
believe is the fundamental issue that aligns with it.
Hello.
Those didn't really correlate to the demographics that I would have thought were being associated with it. Not to say that you can't speak on things that are outside your demographic. By all means, please, communication is what's so important. But I do like diversity in voices.
Fair.
Whenever we're hearing such. If it's going to be blown up to that magnitude of an event, I felt as though a lot of the voices that were prevalent in my feed and a lot of the voices that were prevalent in my YouTube space, videos were not people
Of our,
who ain't ever really
Thank you.
understand the nuance of why I actually have a problem with that situation.
Right.
Thank you.
What I will say, I disagree with you to an extent, Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more so because I'll dive into it a bit more in a bit after. What about you? The
Oh,
collab.
hey, everybody. Sorry, you caught me using Manscaped's products. I have the lip balm that I'm using because my lips are dry. But, Jordan, why are you laughing? Okay, well,
I looked at the camera with the utmost, like, I know you didn't just start this like that.
what are you talking about?
You didn't start off by talking about the delicious and powerful taste of said lip balm.
Oh, yeah, it's minty as all hell. Hi, everybody. I'm Sammy Gonzalez with The Excellence. I want to formally introduce myself. That this episode and many of our episodes here at The Excellence are brought to you by the fine folks at Manscaped. Manscaped has provided us, once again, with a great package of items. Not all of them are here in my hands because actually they're in my bathroom and I'm using them. But they have gifted us, all of us here at The Excellence, not Jordan, sorry, Jordan didn't get it, but TJ here and Tommy, who's also, he's in the facilities right now, gave us the Ultra Premium Collection. Now, what does that entail? That is the delicious lip balm, like I mentioned to you, that I just use daily now because my lips are super chapped. But it also comes with a plethora of different things, a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, premium body wash, deodorant, and a hydrating body spray that actually has a really nice scent. All of these actually have that trademark Manscaped scent. And the funny thing was that, TJ, you've talked about how you went and bought a lot of this stuff ahead of time, even before they gifted it to us.
I did.
So I put on the hydrating spray, and I was like, oh, man, it smells good. Oh, man, I smell like TJ. Like, it became your signature scent
Yeah, I walk around
underneath,
with
like,
Manscaped.
super secret, all like. So I'm like, all right, well,
I like the
anytime-
subtle smells.
Yeah, so anytime I need to smell a little bit nice, a little bit high class, you turn that into your daily. This is gonna be my special occasion.
I smell like it right now.
You smell like it right now.
I know I do.
I was just like, oh, let me go ahead and get a little bit on my arm, just a little spray, right? Just a little rub in.
I
And I'm
shower in Manscaped.
Oh my God,
I
this
basically
is-
drink. Man, I'm a huge fan.
we do. JJ's got the wipes. There's all sorts of things. If you go to manscaped.com, look at the reason why they have so many of these products is because if you use coupon code MEX20, you get 20% off and free shipping on all Manscaped products. All the bundles, all the individual pieces, all the hygiene plan. It helps bring down the price of that. And there's all sorts of good stuff that you can get in terms of grooming materials. TJ,
Sir, you know what season of year is coming up?
it's almost bikini season.
Ah, man. And look, let's not beat around the bush here.
No pun intended.
Look, let me tell you right now, whether or not you keep a towel in your car for that head, you should be getting Manscaped all around your body. Because it's very true. I am a towel in car type of person. Get Manscaped. You be sweating, get some Manscaped. Because they also have some items that we didn't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Where the ball toner.
Oh, the ball toner?
Underwear. That actually breathes a lot.
No, here's the thing. I'm actually going to switch it to this camera here. The crop preserver, you're going to need that for the summer months. For the big boys, gets a little chafy, gets a little hot and sweaty. So go ahead and get this, along with all of the other anti-chafing materials. Like we said, the underwear. There's other creams and lotions that you can get. I'm going to find this underwear right here.
Get summer ready.
Boxers. Get summer ready. You got plenty of time. We're in the middle of spring, baby. And it's only going to get hotter. Sorry, that's the way the world
Depending
works
on where
now.
you are, it already is. It was 97 degrees today.
Oh, it was 97? Is that why it was so hot today?
97 degrees.
Well, hence why this is a little bit light today, because no chafe in my household because I use Manscaped products. Manscaped.com. Once again, use coupon code MEX20 for all the items to get 20% off and free shipping. And remember, when you do that, I promise you, your balls will thank you. We'll be right back after these additional messages. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. See you in a few seconds.
bit after. What about you, Sammy? Were you upset? Even upset about it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I got a text from my cousin. I wasn't watching it. I got a text from my cousin. He goes, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I thought something bad
appropriate,
happened.
yeah.
I thought someone died or someone got hurt or
Right.
I liked a porno on my Twitter or something and I shared it to everybody. I was like, "Oh no!" But it's a fear I have constantly. But
We all do.
We all do. But I go, "What happened?" He's like, "Chris Rock just got slapped by Will Smith," and I was like, "What?" I immediately went to Twitter. Twitter's become my new favorite thing.
I also sent a "what the fuck just happened"
Right.
message.
Shout out to Shaq Excellence. I
don't know if you saw that.
He's a guy in various communities I know. All his likes are from Black Twitter, and so his likes get to my feed, and I'm just like, oh, that's what Black Twitter's talking about today. So I saw he was liking some stuff about the slap. I looked in the trending, saw it in like Korean, saw it in Japanese, saw it uncensored. I was looking for it. I started making
You
content
didn't
about
have to
it.
look very far.
Yeah, I started making content about it because I was like, oh, this is on fire right now. Let's do it. It was like, I didn't think the slap was that strong. I thought he was shorthanded it. But at the, because you know,
Could've
you don't,
punched
you
the
don't,
shit
you don't,
out
you
of
don't throw a
him.
punch
Cock
like
back,
this,
just
right?
Right.
That was my first thing. So I thought it was staged, but played straight. And I kind of still think that a little bit.
No.
But
No.
but then
Can I interject
Well,
real? Oh, I'll let you finish.
Let me finish real
Okay.
quick because it's not much more.
All right.
But then like I started reading all the things about like Jada.
We haven't even got to that.
We haven't even got to that. No, but I started reading
No.
that stuff.
Yeah.
And how she was like Lady Macbething it.
God, no.
And how
what
she
I
was, yeah, that's what you said again.
Yeah.
And how she was like this mastermind. He was laughing. She rolled her eyes, gave the do something mortal, and then he went and slapped him and made a fool of everybody involved. And it's more, it was just a circus. That's what it ended up being in my head. It's just a
Absolutely.
circus of, like, I don't think anybody cares about any of it. I think everyone just wants to have wants to say what they want to say, just so they can say it.
Yeah.
And whatever
Like
supports their
everything
idea,
these
you know,
days,
if it's
yeah.
black people are evil and they're not to be controlled, and you can put a suit on them and they're gonna act crazy, then they have that opinion. They're gonna say it that way. If they don't like Jada, they're gonna say she's a manipulative bitch and an abuser and all this stuff. If they don't like Will, they don't like Chris. They're just gonna say whatever racist shit they want because it's a free pass because they fucked up once. All the while, Ezra Miller's choking bitches left and right, and I mean proverbial.
Flash coming out
Flash.
2023.
And I mean proverbial bitches, not just women. He choked a woman for sure. He choked somebody else recently.
And a dog.
But
And
threatened to murder some people.
Dog. Yeah, he did all the other shit.
no,
Yeah.
He choked all types of people.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Proverbial. That's why he said. I have to clarify.
He doesn't see color or species when he chokes.
Right. And so my thing is the fact that I don't know exactly all of those things, but I know exactly every take about these two guys and Jada and August and December, like November, all the people involved. D.L. Hughley had a comment. He was pretty smart. But it's just like, shut up,
Everyone has an
celebrity.
opinion.
It's celebrity stuff, but this one was especially just like, man, I really hate black people after all this time. My politics, and then he just went, okay, I can say what I want. My freebie.
Yeah,
It felt like it was just a freebie.
which is how I'm going to segue us into what we started last podcast.
We had
The
to
thing
pull
I was
back.
most upset about. And real quick, Sammy, anyone who thinks that shit was staged, let me tell you, no. Black people ain't doing that. No black
I
man.
ain't staging.
No black man.
You ain't gonna
taking
stage
it.
me getting hit.
It's not Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville. We ain't doing that shit. Fuck no.
ain't getting paid for
In
that.
front of millions of
In the
people?
Oscars?
My mama watching this shit. No. Fuck no. Get out of
I
here.
don't know where you heard. Nah.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
That
So,
never went through my head.
Yeah.
Like right after that initial slap, because I was like, you embarrassed me in front of my friends, my family.
These white folks?
I am
These
hell
rich
that.
white people and millions of
To
people
hell
across
with
the
that.
world. And which leads me into what upset me the most. Embarrassment.
No.
I felt embarrassment,
No.
man. I truly did. And and look, no, I get what the is for. But I did because of the stage it was on. If it was some shit that happened on the streets, TMZ caught it. It wouldn't have been this.
Source Awards.
Like, so I'm just saying, like Ezra Miller, that guy was just caught and just
Saw that video. Didn't
Yeah, I
see
saw
many
that.
other people circulating that shit
Right.
at all. He got in trouble again for his equally crazy shit. But yeah, no, like,
I just want you to keep your thought process going.
oh yeah, no, keep me on track because he'll distract me with shit like Ezra Miller. But yeah, but yeah, no, like I was just like, fuck. My first thought was, we can't afford this, man. I hate that was my first. I hate it. I'm not happy that that's where my head went. but it's where my head went.
But
Was
for the
like,
inquiring, because I know what it means, but like, what do you mean can't afford it?
can't afford for Will Smith. He's our
Fresh Prince?
He's our Tom Hanks.
Oh, like Denzel's right there.
No. Denzel's are like De Niro and Pacino.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Denzel's that guy.
DiCaprio.
He's yeah. Denzel's that dude. DiCaprio's a better one, yeah. And Will is just the likable dude who you throw him in anything, and yeah.
Even if you don't like his movie, you
Yeah,
still don't
it's Will
blame
Smith's
Will
in
Smith.
because he's just a likable guy.
You blame everything else but Will
Will
Smith.
Hate to say it this way, but this is exactly what they say it as. He's one of the good ones. He's the ultimate good one, right?
Textbook, proverbial. We lost Cosby. Will
Prototype.
Smith stepped up.
Prototype. He's not lying.
I'm
That's
not
kind
lying.
of what
That's
it was.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Who else is it?
in terms of coming out of the, I think about it like in terms of what was exposed to a lot of people back in the day, which was the two proverbial black sitcoms that were out there. So in your head, you're like, cool, I got Will Smith and I got Bill Cosby.
Look, Harry Potter made a great opinion. He said, look, I don't really care at this particular point. I know I'm just surmising what he's saying, but he's basically saying, look, I don't care. People have already gave their opinions. That's it. So you can answer that way specifically, but to me, it's just it got too out of hand with the opinions.
It was
just too much for me.
That's why the fuck it made
I looked
me
up and I was
nervous.
like,
man.
I looked up and I saw Joni Mitchell made a comment. I'm like, what the fuck?
This
What's
is
up?
your- Look.
Jordan, the piece that the quintessential piece, I'm bridging to where you're going.
Yeah.
The quintessential piece that you're missing is because of the amount of voices that eventually this led into, that should tell you the propensity of exactly how this event was portrayed to individuals who thought as though it was significant enough to have a voice on things.
Open interpretation, yeah.
Shit on Twitter, you
like
can
a
have
motherfucker.
pins drop and you'll have an entire dialogue about it. Just because you don't see it in the sphere, YouTube controversy happens all the time, and there's so much dialogue that proliferates those spaces, those new articles, and things of that nature. So the reason why this one was so prevalent was because it was on a mass stage against a mass audience to the parents of people who would normally already view African Americans as So what I'm saying here is that for me, the dichotomy of the voices, as you had mentioned before, the problem with that is that, while I'm, I want all of those voices to share their opinions. By all, like Questlove has the right to say everyone else had an opinion. I was saying I don't care.
Right.
That's fine. Just as much as if he said his opinion, should be just as equally valid.
Exactly.
But the issue being is whenever you throw out that many opinions and voices, it dilutes from what the actual problem is. And that's where I have a problem for it. Because what the issue for me is that you're having one black man slap another black man on stage, and I don't need two black men of power to be slapping each other in front of a giant audience of individuals.
Mostly fucking white.
Alongside
You got to. 'Cause that's-
alongside people.
People in general,
it's
yes.
broadcast. It's like we are not at a place in our, just to be honest, we're not at a place in our society to where, like you mentioned before, where we can afford to have that happen and not actually
fair.
look at it and be like, okay, we can't let this continue.
Look, when this shit settled in my brain, exactly what you're saying, like, damn, everybody has a fucking opinion. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, this shit is just gonna, whatever else is going on in the world, pause it. Because this shit's going to take over for, I don't know how long, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. People have a short attention span, I don't know. And I said what I said, like, I know you looked at me like, don't say it that way. Yeah, no. White people. This happened on a white stage, essentially. The Oscars is a predominantly white stage. That is the problem, and that's why you have 1 million white people saying an opinion on it. People who already don't like black people, oh, this is a cupcake for them.
What this does is it gives the okay to black youth, individuals who look at Will Smith, who take notes because whatever we want to believe that's going to influence people, and say it's okay to react this way towards normal interactions where I feel disrespected, and that creates problems. That's going to continually create problems because the source of this issue, if we want to rip off the Band-Aid, if I hear another think piece about toxic masculinity in a grandscape because it's going to drown out
That
what it actually
bullshit.
is. Yes, there's layers and the sliver of toxic masculinity, but it comes from African American.
Just the culture
like
a little
it's
bit.
it's a cultural.
Yeah.
It's a cultural representation and a cultural reaction.
That's an us issue.
That's an us. It's a cultural
Us issue.
It is literally like a cultural and time into how black men are raised to respond towards issues.
Yeah, so please don't comment if you're not.
You want to know the real source of conversation about this? Fuck all the toxic masculinity. Fuck all the black dialogue. It's just a toxic relationship. That's the source of all these problems.
Well, let me stop here because I'm going to be the voice of the outside world for a second.
What do you mean?
Just to introduce this topic.
Okay.
Because right away off the bat, you're swinging towards Jada's head.
No, I was swinging towards someone.
You came out with just blindly.
It's her.
But right away, people would say, no, this is toxic masculinity. And why are you attacking the black woman? She has alopecia. Wait, let me finish the argument.
Okay.
That way you can rebut it.
Right.
Because I'm setting it up, obviously, to be
I'm
a
not
straw
going to
man.
rebut. I'm just going to
Which is everyone knows she has alopecia. I didn't even know how to spell it, let alone knew what it was
Oh,
until
it's a spelling
happened.
bee word for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that she had it. She's talked about it before. You need to follow the tabloids, you dummies. Second of all, why is everyone blaming her? She was embarrassed by it, or adversely, Tiffany Haddish was like, I'm glad somebody stepped up and protected a black woman and their wife. It should be commended. I'm just the messenger. But these are the messages that came up specifically regarding Jada. Now, that said, I will keep in mind, gentlemen, it's all black male hosts in this room. So some people will already come at your heads for being like there's no diversity in the room because we don't know any black women or Mexican women. We don't know women, okay? Leave us alone. We're all single and lonely for the most part. Leave us
Don't
alone.
me together.
Yeah. We are not a monolith.
I had black friends.
Right.
I could have got her to come. Second. No.
Yeah, we can get we can get black women on this show if that's what you
In
want.
this moment,
Okay.
at the very least,
Right.
Sammy out here came up. Y'all like me.
I ain't got too many black women friends, okay?
I don't talk like that, first of all. I did not use that voice. Second of all, no, but that's going to be
yeah.
how this conversation is going to be perceived and go.
Look, I wanna, Jada. I wanna. Like, hey, look, square up. I wanna be on your side. I do. I do not like disrespect towards black women.
I don't either.
Plain and simple. I don't like disrespect towards any woman. But I already know that black women have it so tough. They do.
Oh yeah.
For
And
no
especially
Zero reason.
especially the natural hair blip. Like that is a common thing. Shoot, I've got it. I got my shit rocking all crazy right now. I get it.
You're lucky.
Yeah, unfortunate. But no, like I understand those points. But it's really hard for me to like sit there and say, first of all, that isn't a toxic relationship. Because quite frankly, it feels like, shoot, you make someone cry on national, to where it's trending, to where he's a meme. You put him into a position to where he has to, I don't know, defend.
He replaced Jordan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you replaced Jordan to defend what? Defend your honor. Now you're associated with this. If anything, the whole point is that it's not a good look. And you want to know the reason why? Like everybody else who's pointed out, like, oh, do you feel like that's the reason he got up and did it? Yes, because he laughed at the joke. He straight up laughed at the joke.
So it's a twofer here for me. So yeah, no, I absolutely blame Jada. I don't look. If you know the history of those two, you know the whole her beliefs, his beliefs. His a little bit more grounded, traditional. That Will Smith you see, that's came from a okay place, had some struggles in life, overcame them, all that good shit. Mm-hmm. That guy's there. He's a normal dude. That's why we like him. He's not normal in the sense of like, this is what
He's relatable.
Relatable. That's it. Approachable. Like he's just a regular dude, but he's a nice guy. Mm-hmm. But when we saw this, it was, if you saw the whole thing play out from beginning to end, he laughed. He's good. He looked we saw her face was the first fucking face I looked at. No laughter. That look, that side eye, right? You saw it. And I'm like, oh shit, that's bad. That was my first thought was, that's bad. Next thing you know, that nigga storming the stage. And I'm like, all right, bad to worse. It happened. And it was like, no, that's Jada. Look, the narrative, what it looks like outside looking in, because we're not in their relationship. We don't know what the fuck's going on there. We know she lives in a different way than most might. Her own thing, and which is perfectly fine. But when you're dragging people down, doesn't look great. Like, that's not a good thing. That's not a positive. Whatever you're trying to do, putting him on your YouTube fucking Red Table Talk and putting your personal shit out there, that's bad. And that breaks a cardinal rule of black people. It does.
Like what?
You keep your shit in the house.
You keep.
Yeah.
Keep your motherfucking shit
Can we
in house.
Can we make a new segment of this? Is writing that down as that's like rule number 1. Keep
What?
shit in the house. Just black rules to live by.
But I think that
Yeah,
nowadays,
first episode, first rule.
to me,